Hey all, Kate here from Emerald Minecarts, and before I say anything else, yes, I'm aware you're probably wondering, hey, where's your review of episode 2? Well, I had one planned, it's just, well, let's just say I accidentally deleted the footage I recorded because I was working on a different video and I needed to get some space. So, yeah, my bad. But to share my opinions on the episode, it's pretty good. It actually introduces us to the opening, the opening music is amazing, and we also get introduced to this song and dance thing that they have before the previews of the next episode. I will say, it's good, it's wholesome, especially since usually, in the middle of the song and dance thing, they have, some sort of lesson for the kids, because at the end of the day, Super Sentai is considered a kids' show, so yeah, there's that. But yeah, the episode was really good. I did enjoy the 2 twists that were in the episode. Yeah, it was pretty good. So now let's talk about episode 3. So it starts off with Boon Red and Boondorio working on one of the Zords that we see in the opening. This one being a hot pink car called Boon Classic, which seems to turn into a sword if you've seen the pictures of the toy. So yeah, pretty cool. Then Boon Pink rushes in with a package. Then the opening starts, which is, again, like I mentioned, pretty good. And after the opening, we discovered that Boon Pink has 2 jobs. Job 1 being working at a bakery, and then job 2 is being a delivery woman, and also a Boonboomger. So yeah, she explains that she promised this kid that she was going to deliver a gift that he made to his grandma, which the gift that the kid made was this mirror, and it's slightly and the mirror part is slightly broken, but the Boon Pink says that it's the thought that counts, and it's really wholesome. It makes Boondorio cry, which actually something I mentioned in my full reactions of these episodes. Which if you want to see my full reactions, then I recommend going down to my Patreon. Something I constantly mention is the fact that I hope Boondorio doesn't get killed off at the end, because, for something like this, okay, it's not always, but sometimes they'll kill off the character, and I really, really hope they don't kill off Boondorio, or even if they do, because sometimes they'll come back as, a human or something, so hey, maybe Boondorio comes back as a human or something. Who knows? But all I'm saying is, I really hope Boondorio doesn't die, because, if he does, my heart is going to be broken. But yeah, so Boon Pink almost takes the keys to Boon Red's car, but Boon Red is able to quickly get the keys, and he tells her that she will have to deliver it herself. So she walks out of the building, but thankfully, the Chad, the man Boon Orange, arrives and lends her his bike. So, yeah, despite the fact that we haven't seen Boon Orange morph yet, we do see that, yes, he does seem to have been with the Boonboomgers for a very good while. So after that, we then cut back to our totally not Team Rocket, which consists of Deco Trade, Natasha, and Yarukar. Or Yaruka. I call it Yarukar because, he's a car. But, yeah, they are currently talking with a boss who isn't the main villain, but I guess kind of is for now. I don't know, but yeah, they don't know what to do. But then Natasha turns a grandfather clock into a monster with this key, which if you haven't seen my review of the first episode, which again, shameless plug, yeah, you would know that the generals have these keys that can turn random objects into monsters. Or servants, at least. Actually, now I was thinking about it, just imagine having access to keys that turn random objects. Yeah, a friendly reminder that Super Sentai is considered for kids in Japan, so is that. But yeah, besides that, Boon Red and Boon Blue come to save the day, and they fight the monster, all while Boon Pink tries to find where the grandma lives. Thankfully, their morphers are also part GPS, so this isn't that hard, but still, she manages to take multiple wrong ways. While this is also happening, Boon Black decides to try and help, but before he does try and help, his bike gets slashed. And I don't mean his tires are slashed, no, his bike is literally sliced in half, where like the back part falls off, and now it's essentially a more hard-to-use unicycle. But yeah, then Boon Black tries to shoot the monster, which, you know, you think maybe a normal gun would probably work, but no, the monster ends up slashing the bullet, and then slashes Boon Black's gun and knocks him out. Thankfully, Boon Black lives. So yeah, actually, something I want to say. When we first got some of the basic info about Boon Orange and Boon Black, I honestly thought that like Boon Black would be like the serious one, and then Boon Orange would be the comic relief. Especially since me thinking Boon Black being the serious one, I'm mostly thinking that from like RPM. So yeah, but I was also expecting that, not the other way around. But still, you know, I don't hate it. But, yeah, so Boon Yellow is able to get the monster to follow her, which Boon Red thinks that she's acting as a decoy. Even in reality, she's not. She's just trying to deliver a package. So yeah, as she heads to a quarry, which is this giant place that must be in all tokusatsus, like, if you think I'm joking, no, like, most tokusatsu stuff out there has at least one or a few episodes being in the quarry for some reason. I don't know why. Is it because quarries are cool? I mean, I guess. But yeah, and as the monster fires at her, she's constantly dodging the attacks, which, you know, doing all that on a bike is impressive. If I was in that situation, I'd be like, screw the bike, and I'd run off, because here's an embarrassing secret about me. I never knew how to use a bike. And the reason is because I'm afraid of falling over. So yeah, that's a little embarrassing fun fact about me. So yeah, she eventually falls over and is about to be attacked by the monster, but thankfully Boon Red and Boon Blue come to stop him. And this is also where Boon Red discovers that Boon Pink wasn't trying to be a decoy, and she was just trying to deliver a package. And this seems to make Boon Red like her even more. To be honest, at this point, I would not be surprised if they eventually kiss in the next episode or something. Who knows? Look, I don't ship them, but they're both legal age, so, you know, there's a chance, hey, maybe there's a chance that, like, in, like, a later episode, Boon Pink, like, kisses him on the cheek or something? I don't know, I'm just saying. Like, she already left her boyfriend to be a Boonboomger, so she might as well hook up with the leader. But, yeah, so the three morph, they take on the monster, and after they defeat the monster explodes, like in most tokusatsus, and it leaves behind this gas fuel thing that Yarukar comes over to and sucks up to become big. I know it sounds confusing, but just watch my review of the first episode if you want more information, I guess. Or, hell, just watch the first episode. But, yeah. So our Boonboomgers summon their Zords to take him on. After they defeat him, he pukes out all of the gas stuff, which rebuilds the monster to be giant. And the Megazord is formed, and they use the Blue Ranger's part of the Megazord, which is a screw, to try and unscrew the screws on the monster. So yeah, after that funny line, Boon Red decides to summon Boon Classic. Now, how the Zords go into their attack forms is that the main part of the Megazord, Boondorio, turns into this gate thing that the Zords pass through, and that makes them go into their attack mode. So I was thinking, so are they just gonna uncombine and they'll do the gate thing? But no, like Boondorio turns into a gate, but Boon Pinks and Boon Blues Zords are still attached to Boondorio. So yeah, I don't know. I thought that was kind of cool. So yeah, it goes into attack mode, and obviously, like I mentioned before, Boon Classic turns into a sword, which, you know, a vehicle that can turn into a weapon. Pretty cool, I will admit. So yeah, they are able to defeat the monster, and after that, Boon Pink is able to deliver the package to the grandma. It's all wholesome. And before the episode ends, we see Boon Black arrive back at the police station, making me feel bad for him even more. But then we are introduced to a new character who we actually saw in the opening. She seems to be a detective of sorts and wants to know everything Boon Black knows about the Boonboomgers, which is probably not a lot, but, you know. Then after this, we get the song and dance number and a little lesson, mostly of, like, make sure to wear, like, a helmet on a bike or something. That's basically a lesson. And then after that, we get a preview of the next episode, which is where, like, this woman we just met near the end of the episode comes in, because basically, the next episode, this is the type of story beat that I do not like. It's essentially, like, our heroes getting arrested all because of one person who doesn't really understand them that much. I don't know, I've just never been a fan of those type of story plots where it's like, oh, our heroes are going to be arrested because of one person who doesn't get that they're trying to save the day. I don't know, I've just never really been a fan of those type of episodes, but someone tells me that this is also like the episode where, like, we get a look at the two police swords that we see in the intro, and hey, maybe Boon Black morphs or something. I doubt that part, but, you know, I'm just saying. But, yeah, not really a big fan of those type of story beats, but hey, like with the other episodes, I will be watching them, and I will be reviewing them. So, yeah. So, honestly, pretty good episode. 5 out of 5, which means, that's right, an Emerald Seal of Approval. Man, I still need to upgrade that graphic eventually. But, yeah. So, anyways, that was it for this review. As usual, when the next episode